Good morning, good day, good evening, good night to you all. I am back with an upper body session which I completed a couple of weeks ago now, in the middle of the night whilst I was on annual leave, because why the hell not? Sometimes I really remember that I actually have free will to an extent, and I don't have to go to the gym at 10 a.m. when I literally have to sprint to the machines that I want when they're free for like 0.3 seconds. Also, I intended for this to be a mic'd up video since it was the middle of the night and there were like 2 other people in the gym at this time, but the music was so loud you could barely hear me unless I shouted, and I really didn't want to shout in an empty gym. So it's a voiceover, as you've probably gathered by now. Anyways, I've rambled for a minute now. Let's get into the workout. So after warming up, doing some band work, etc., I started with lat pull downs, neutral grip lat pull downs. And usually I do one warm-up set since it's my first pulling exercise of the workout, followed by 2 working sets. Now, I don't know what happened here. I tried like 3 different mag attachments, but I just could not feel my lats. Like, they just did not clock in. They did not join the party. And I know that like mind muscle connection isn't an absolute like deal breaker for growth, but at the same time, it is good to know that I guess you're engaging the right muscles in the movement. Because here, all I could feel were my biceps, like they were pumped afterwards. You can see in the clips that I tried to like shrug or pull my shoulders down before each rep, and typically that does help me engage my lats, but it did absolutely nothing here. Saying that though, I am seeing some definition in my back and I was so gassed. Like, look at that. Because at the start of the year, there was 0 definition in my back. None whatsoever. I moved on to the overhead press after my lat pull downs, starting off with some warm-up sets. I did 2 of these. First off with the empty bar, which is just a 20 kilo empty bar, and then at 25 kilos with 2.5 kilo plates on each side. The thing that's crazy with my overhead press progress this year is that, like, looking back to the start of the year, I couldn't even press the 20 kilo bar. Like, that was too heavy for me. I was there with my 10 kilo fixed barbell, you know, the barbells you use for like bicep curls. It was just me and that against the world. And now I'm pressing the empty bar as that's just a warm-up weight for me. Like, that is crazy. I've recently hit 30 kilos on my overhead press, and I'm super uber proud of myself. Like, it's been a long time coming. It has been a long time in the making, but 30 kilos is up, and I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. With my overhead press, I really try to engage my core, obviously, to reduce the amount of pressure that is on my lower back, and also try to kind of bring my glutes in, squeeze them, squeeze my quads, my legs, just turn into a bit of a like immovable object, so that I have a really strong body underneath the bar. I find that when I don't do this, my back the next day is pissed as hell with me. Like, it, oh my goodness, I don't even want to think about the number of times I've I've done that. But yeah, it does tend to wind up my lower back if I'm not careful with my bracing. Next exercise is probably my favorite exercise in the entirety of the exercise catalog. It is a chest supported row. It's gonna be emotional, man. Is that good? This is also the first time I used straps for my chest supported row, because usually I use I don't use anything, and my grip doesn't give out, it doesn't give way or anything. But I did find that using the straps just helped me focus on getting my back involved and engaged, and I walked away with my back feeling like it's, you know, it put a shift in, because it did, really and truly. And my biceps weren't as, obviously they're involved, it's a pulling movement, they're always going to be involved, but it didn't feel like it had to deal with most of the load. With these, I don't do a warm-up set because my back and biceps are already pretty warmed up from the lat pull downs. So I do 3 sets of these, 3 sets, and I try to take the final set kind of to failure or even past it, doing some, I try to do some, like, I don't know what to call them, but like some Kelso shrugs. I don't think they were really Kelso shrugs in this, but some shrugs. Just as you can see, my back, once again, the definition, oh my goodness, it's come such a long way since the start of the year. Yeah, I'm proud of me. I did that. I built it from nothing. My one gripe with chest supported rows though is that the machine itself, or the rig itself, is super uncomfortable. Obviously I do have boobs and I find that if I don't set it up correctly, like I don't adjust the footrest to the right level, my boobs afterwards are just so sore. After I move on to an incline chest or bench press for my chest. With an incline bench press, what I try to do is keep my forearms kind of parallel to each other and as straight, as vertical as I can keep them. It's a little bit trickier for me because I think I've just got longer arms for my build. I've just got quite a whack build in general. Like I've got long femurs, so that just makes squatting super awkward. I've got a short torso, and then I've got long arms. That just makes benching or any sort of like bench movement awkward as well. But hey, we work with we work with the leverages. So yeah, I try to keep my forearms as vertical as possible and parallel as possible. I feel like it helps me engage my chest a little bit more. So yeah, did 3 sets of these, aimed for 7 reps each set, which I managed to get. Super proud of myself because my target rep range is 6 to 10 reps for this, because I do barbell bench press as well, and I keep the rep range for that a lot lower, so it's just nice to add a bit of variety into the routine. So yeah, 6 to 10 reps for 3 sets. I took the last set to failure again. Yeah, my chest and my triceps were cooked, particularly my chest. Actually, my chest muscles were cooked, absolutely cooked, steamed, roasted, deep fat fried, you name it, they were finished. And now we've got, just look at my back once again. Look at the definition coming through. In a year, this time next year, my back, you know that Pinterest, the picture that everybody has saved on their Pinterest of the woman with like the really nice toned back. Yeah, that's gonna be me in a year. I'm putting it out there. But anyways, I'm doing some reverse cable flies for single arm reverse cable flies for my rear delts. I've been doing these for a while, and I don't know, it's one of those exercises that I don't really enjoy, but I do them anyways because I know how beneficial they are. My rear delts seem to like them. Like, I have noticed there's been a little bit of growth since I started doing them, which is why I've kept them in. For this movement, I do 2 sets because it's a unilateral exercise and I'm not trying to take 10 minutes to do it. And my rep range for this is pretty high. It's between 10 and 15. I find that going lighter but then just doing more reps is a little bit more enjoyable for me than going heavier and doing like 6 reps. Because I actually feel like with a lower weight and higher reps, I can engage and isolate my rear delts a little bit more. They're involved in pulling movements where you've got quite a wide grip. I don't need to go that heavy on them. They're pretty, turned on and steamed, moderately steamed by this point. So this just takes them over the edge of like being cooked. Once again, I tried to take the final set close to failure. That was such a painful set. That hurt. My goodness. Now moving on to the arms, we've got some overhead tricep extensions with a straight bar, and this was my first time actually trying them seated because I wanted to see whether adding a bit of stability to the movement would help me out, and spoiler alert, they did. I actually really enjoyed doing them seated, and I think I will be doing them seated going forward because it's just nice to be able to concentrate all of my energy on getting my triceps involved rather than having to worry about stabilizing and not stabilizing myself when I'm standing up and things like that. I did 3 sets of these, took the last set to failure. Yeah, these were super tough. These were really tough on my triceps. Like, they were just burning afterwards. Not literally burning, but it's probably the most fatigued they felt doing an extension or push down isolation movement. Like, boy, they were cooked. They were well and truly cooked, like full on barbecued. Yeah, that's the good stuff. That's top tier. Yeah, I always wipe down my machines before and after I use them. If you don't do that, start doing it. You don't want to get, ringworm. I've even heard people catching or picking up MRSA at the gym. So yeah, please wipe down your equipment. So for my first bicep exercise, I was trialing this plate-loaded preacher car machine, and I don't know, it might be a skill issue, but I find preacher cars just really uncomfortable for me. Like, I don't know, I've never really enjoyed doing them. Maybe I need to give them more time to get used to the movement, but I just don't really enjoy them. So as you can see, I had a 20 kilo plate on the machine because I wasn't sure whether that would be heavy enough, and it wasn't. So I added just a small plate, a 2.5 kilo plate for my second set. Before I decided, yeah, I'm not doing another set of those. I will just do some dumbbell bicep curls instead. Because you can never go wrong with a pair of dumbbells, right? I think I did around 22 sets. What? I did not do 22 sets of these. Jesus wept. I did 22 reps in total. If that's a miscount, then, don't quote me. I'm a gym goer, not a mathematician, okay? She says as she does a math heavy masters. But anyways, I digress. So yeah, I did one set of these because I was getting pretty tired at this point. I hadn't actually slept. I'd had like 2 cups of coffee, and I was getting that like zombie, half asleep, need sleep type of feeling like I am now, recording this voiceover, yawning through it all. Yeah, to be honest, I don't think I really needed to do these because my biceps and my forearms were pretty stimulated after those preacher curls, but it can't hurt, can it? And last but certainly not least, I did a core exercise because I am trying to strengthen my core. Today's core exercise was hanging leg raises. Yeah, I did 2 sets of these, and I take these close to or to failure. And yeah, that was the workout. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. I hope that was an interesting video for you. If you enjoyed this video, then check out my channel. You can follow me on Instagram at sneaklifter with 3 R's at the end, or on TikTok. And until the next video, peace.